I know some of you are saying crap. Oh, crap.
It's him again.
It is him again. I'm gonna give it just another minute. I don't know how many we've got. A ton. That's good.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh, no, you do. Oh, I didn't take it off, did I?
No, you didn't.
I didn't take the challenge group off, babe. Janice is ticked.
You don't want to see me at the gym, Wade.
Yes, I do. Okay. Is it time, babe? It's time, isn't it? I'm running late. Okay, so Allie is kind of slammed. So I told her I would do this. And I talked about this in my men's group yesterday, but I'm going to talk to you guys about it too, because some of you are new, some of you are not. The ones that are new, who is this anybody's first Zoom? If it is, you can let me. All right. So it's time. We're going to go ahead and start, and then I'll just keep letting people in. So two things I want to talk about. All right. Two main things, and these are things you may not know. All right. One is the difference between fat and muscle, and the difference in the mass of fat compared to muscle. All right. So one illustration that I always use is if you take a house brick, all right, regular house brick, and then you take a cinder block that they make your basements out of and things, okay, and you set them side by side, and they both weigh the same amount of, they both weigh the same. That brick is muscle. That cinder block is fat. Okay. So there's a big difference in the size of fat compared to muscle. And I know some of you are thinking, the scale's not moving that much, but I can tell a difference in my clothes. That's probably the first thing that you realize. And then you can tell a difference in the waistline and just how you look in the mirror. So here's the thing. If you burn fat and hold on to muscle, I'm not saying build muscle right now, because when you're in a calorie deficit, we're wanting to hold on to it. Because if you give your body the option as to which one it's going to let go of, if you're in a calorie deficit, it's going to let go of the muscle before it lets go of the fat. That's why when you see all of these 30 pounds in 30-day things, is that possible? Yeah, absolutely. Could we make you lose 30 pounds? We sure could, but we don't. And the reason being is that 14 pounds of that on the average would be muscle loss. And that is not something that we want, especially as we age. Holding on to muscle, which we do that by your protein intake and your activity. You see, most people, when they want to crash diet and lose weight, they'll pick one of these online real quick things. The problem with that is that you wind up in a worse shape than what you started. Even if you lost 30 pounds, That is not 30 pounds of fat. It's 12 to 14 pounds of muscle. And that takes a very long time to rebuild that amount of muscle. Okay, so I have an illustration here that kind of shows what I'm talking about. Okay, you see that? Pull it back a little bit so you can see it. This is fat, 5 pounds of fat. That is 5 pounds of muscle. So you see the difference in the size, but it weighs the same. So I tried to find something that was of this size as close as I could get. And I even used a pen to get the size of it. And remember, this is 5 pounds, okay? This is what I came up with. A loaf of bread is equivalent to 5 pounds of fat in size, okay? Now, this doesn't weigh 5 pounds, but the mass of it is really, really close. And this is just 5 pounds. What if you need to lose 30? That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 6 times this in fat. 6 times. Your body doesn't want to let this go. It wants to let the muscle go. So when you put it, sometimes when you put it in actual size, that bell in your head goes off. Now, this would be all throughout the body. This is not just in the belly. This is body, okay? And that's just 5 pounds. Now, some of you have lost quite a bit of weight already, and some of you have already realized that your body is changing. That's fat loss. If you're really focused on your nutrition, which you should be because it's 85% of the game. If you're just going to the gym and you're not consistent, you're not tracking consistent. And what I mean by consistent is every freaking day. Every day that you don't track your food is a day that you've lost. Because I can promise you from experience and test that I have done with myself, you cannot guess. You can't guess. When you start guessing and you start putting down, I think that's 6 ounces of chicken breast. Each time you do it, it gets easier for you to do it again and again and again. And before you know it, you haven't tracked in 2 or 3 days. And that's when you start getting in trouble. It's a discipline thing. It's a mental thing. It's not just physical. This is a mental journey for you guys. But it's the greatest journey that you can go on. You know, I talk to you guys a little bit different than I do the men for a lot of reasons. One is most of us are real stupid. And we don't take it serious. We don't take our personal health, our physical health serious. Because we have that 10-foot tall bulletproof mindset that nothing's going to happen to us. I don't really care what I look like. Now, believe it or not, that's how most men are. Not all, but most men, if you had them write down their top 10 priorities in life, their physical health wouldn't be one of them. But I'm hoping that it's right at the top of the list for you ladies, because you're smarter than we are, number one, and you care more than we do. So it comes down to discipline, because I know that you want it. But it comes down to discipline. Are you going to do what it takes to get to the finish line? Most people do not. They just don't. All of these New Year's resolutions, 90% fail. Within a month, they fail. Within 2 months, you can see the gyms start getting not so crowded. That's about all that they can handle. And the majority of the highest percentage of why is because they're not getting the results as fast as they want them. But none of us do.
They wanted to know if I knew of a good steakhouse.
Somebody needs to mute their mic if you don't mind.
How do we know how to do that?
Is that Rob?
No, but he'll be coming in and my dog's gonna go crazy, so
Okay.
I need to know how to mute it.
Click on your screen.
Can't hear me?
Yeah.
You still hear me?
Yep.
Oh,
Tap on her. Here.
I'll just leave.
No, you don't.
Hold on. Oh, don't. Tap on her. Now go to all the people here and then find her name. There
Oh.
she is. And then click that and hit mute. It's like that. Mute. There you go. You should be
Okay.
good. You should be good.
Okay.
Hi, ladies, by the way.
Okay, we're back. Okay. I think you're good. Okay. So discipline, ladies, it takes discipline and it takes patience. We always want the result without the process. And it's not just you. And I don't want you to think that it's just you. That's everybody. And it's in every facet of your life. We don't necessarily want to go through the process that it takes to get to the finish line. And that's just the way life is. And that's just the way we are. But the greatest things in life are worth working for. The second thing I want to talk to you about is, how many of you drink sodas? Or how many of you did drink sodas? Let me put it that way. Before you all get in trouble, how many of you did in the past drink sodas? And you probably drank one a day. Let's just say one a day, okay? A regular soda, Coke, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Sundrop, whatever it was, you drank one a day. When you did that, one a day, you were taking in about 17 teaspoons of sugar. So if you drank one 20-ounce bottle a day for 30 days, that's 4 pounds of sugar you were actually taking in 5 pounds. So you could have just sat down at a table and opened a 5-pound bag of sugar and ate 17 teaspoons of sugar every single day. That's equivalent to a regular 20-ounce soda. That's a lot. By the way, this bag of sugar is about 4 years old. That's how much of it we've used. Maybe that much. But 5 pounds of sugar in a 20-ounce soft drink every day. Just one. I know people that drink 4 or 5 a day. I remember when I was younger, I had friends that were drinking 6 Sundrops a day. And that was just a normal day for them. 6 Sundrops. You guys remember the little 10-ounce glass bottles of Sundrop? They even had pulp in them. That's how strong they were. You'd have to shake it up, and you could see all the pulp in it floating around. Those were awesome. I mean, awesome. But you can't get them anymore. It's probably a good thing. I had to kick that habit years and years ago. But just think how much sugar you're taking in with one soft drink. I don't want you to feel like that diet drinks are healthy for you, because they're not. They're not as bad as a regular soft drink, but they're still not good for you. I would suggest you find something else. Water, or water. That's my top 3. Put lemon juice in it. I don't care if you even put some Crystal Light in it. If it helps you drink it, a little Crystal Light is okay. Cucumber slices, whatever it is that helps you get that water intake in on a daily basis, I want to see you do it. 64 ounces is a half of a gallon. If you're not getting that much in, that needs to be your goal. 64 ounces is a half a gallon. That's minimal. You have to have your body like a filtration system. If you're not drinking water, your body is going to hold on to fluid, which means water weight. But if you, it's almost like convincing your body. I know I talk a lot like the body has a mind of its own. It really does. There are things that your body really needs, and if it has the option of getting it, it's going to take it. And one of them is water. You can't live without water. You know, you can go about 18 to 21 days without food. If you were deserted on an island, that's about how long you could live without any type of food. Do you know how long you could live without water? About 3 to 4 days. So that tells you how important water is. 3 to 4 days without water, your organs will start shutting down. They'll just dry up. because that's what your body's going to do. It's going to pull the moisture out of those organs. It's just like a vacuum. So when you go a couple of days and you haven't drank but one little 20-ounce bottle of water, you had a couple of cups of coffee, maybe a sweet tea for lunch or an unsweet tea. I'm not telling you not to drink those because I do. But you have to take that. I don't want you counting that towards water. It's not. Well, I had 2 cups of coffee, it had water in it. Okay, well, your kidneys had to filter that coffee. Okay? Anything your kidneys have to filter is not considered water to me. Of course, water goes through your kidneys too. But it goes through smoothly. It doesn't have to decipher. It doesn't have to filter all that out. You know, it's that when it's filtering it out, it's working. Your kidneys have to work. And the harder you make them work, the harder it is on them. So don't make it so hard on them. Filter whatever it is that you drank other than water out with water. Flushing it out with water. You want to flush your body out. Keep it rolling. And then it'll get used to it, and you'll stop having to go to the bathroom all the time. I know that's a pain, and I know that's why some of you don't do it. I'm not going to drink so much water because I have to use the bathroom all the time. Your body will adjust. Give it a little time. It loves the water, by the way. So, here's a problem that I run into. The food tracking is vital to winning. And on occasion, we'll have someone, I hope it's none of y'all. If it is, listen to me because this is tough love. If you track 3 or 4 times a day, 3 or 4 times a week, and then you get upset with the results that you had, you need to look in the mirror. Don't be pissed about the results you didn't get from the work that you didn't put in. This is a little work. But are you not worth it? What price can you put on your health? Anybody throw a number out? There is no price. There's a price for everything in life. These material things that everybody wants to get in their life. These cars and these boats and these homes and these vacation trips. If you don't have your health, you're never going to be able to enjoy any of those. You won't even be able to enjoy family like you would like to. We take it for granted that It doesn't matter what we eat. We've done it for years. We're still here. But over a period of time, what you put in your body does catch up to you. And it will catch up to you. If you're tracking 5 days a week and you're slacking 2, I want you to stop it. I want you to track 7 days. If you're tracking 5 and you don't like the results, then track 7. See if it doesn't make a difference. I have found that when you're consistent, you're going to get the best results. Another thing is some of you are scared to death to take that cheat meal. You freak out when it comes close to that time because you're so afraid that you're going to jack up everything that you've worked so hard for all week. But in reality, ladies, it's actually good for you. It is actually good for weight loss. So don't be afraid of the cheat meal. Don't turn it into a cheat day. Just a cheat meal. You may hold a pound, maybe 2, for a couple of days, but it's just water. Let me explain something to you because I know the scale and it's my pet peeve, and I'm not going to get on it because if I do, I'm going to keep you another 30 minutes. The scale is not your friend. It's probably never been your friend. It never will be. It maybe on a couple of days it is your friend, but for the most part, it's not. Your body will fluctuate from day to day. So if you're weighing every day, you better be prepared for the fluctuation. It's not going to go down every day. It may go up a little bit. But that's the price that you're going to have to pay if you're weighing every day. I have had clients put their scale in the attic until it's time for them to weigh because it freaks them out. It destroys their day. It determines what your mood is going to be that whole day. For a lot of you, not everybody, but it will. And everybody around you pays for it. Your family, your coworkers, your friends. Because you got on the scale and it didn't do what you wanted it to do. You have to be patient. The scale only tells you a number. That's all it does. Doesn't tell you how your body's changing. If you're working out really hard, ladies, and you're getting sore, then you're going to hold a little water. That water is pushed to whatever body part you've been working because it is damaged. When you're sore, that's a healing process. What's happened is that you have broken those muscle fibers. Say it's arm day and your biceps and your triceps are so sore. It's because you have broken the muscle fibers down and your body has pushed water into that area to help heal. That is going to slow the scale down. But it doesn't mean that you're not burning fat. You got to go through the process. You know, it's the process that is the greatest part, because that's the learning part. That's where you're learning how to do this for the rest of your life without me and Allie. It's the process where you learn, where you get the knowledge. The goal is just the finish line. But everything from day one to the last day, which is not going to be until the end of your life, because this is a lifestyle change. This is not something that you can do 3 or 6 months and stop. If you do, you're going to be right back where you were. Because your body, it likes the weight. Believe it or not. Doesn't really like you lean. So we have to trick it. I do that a lot in the gym with my guys. And so if some of you are feeling that the scale is your enemy, you're right, it is. But when you do those pictures every 30 days and you do those measurements every 30 days, like you're supposed to, ladies, I think you're going to see a big difference rather than looking at the scale. That's why this picture is so important. We're replacing this with this, but it's the same weight. We've got some pictures of some people that are of the same weight. Picture of a lady, let's just pick 150 pounds. Let's just say 150 pounds over here. Same lady, 150 pounds, and they look totally different. I think I'm going to get a few of them. So just hang on a minute. I want you to see how different your body can look at the same weight, not even losing. Body transformation. And that's what we do. Oh, yeah. I'm going to save those two for last. Okay. Here's one. All right. So this is at 182 pounds. All right. Actually, there's 1 pound difference, but there's the beginning. All right. Let me pull it back. Can you see? That's 1 pound difference. 1 pound difference. All right. 145 pounds. 145 pounds, both pitchers at 145. Here's one. Can you guess who this is? $143 over here, 153 over here. She weighs 10 pounds more over here. Body transformation.
Same woman, 3 pictures.
Same woman, all 3 pictures.
Same weight.
Same weight. You guys are worried about the scale. You know what the difference in those are? The fat is gone. The muscle is on.
There's an extreme one I'll show you. So this is extreme.
143. She weighed 127 here. 153 over here. Can you see?
We gotta let him go. But, because we're running real late, but I want him to see this one last one.
They know that I'm always
Listen,
long-winded.
look at this, ladies.
Oh
That's
my God.
weighed.
Oh, God.
How much did you weigh there?
165.
Okay, 165. Look at his waistline. Okay, ladies, he weighed 165. Weight is 5'10", 5'9".
Yeah.
5'9", 5'10". 165. I want to show you weight at 20 pounds more. Okay, 20 pounds more. All right, this proves it more than anything. 20 pounds more at 185. There we go, ladies. 20 pounds more. That's why you build muscle. Look how much different that is. Over here, 165, whatever he said,
165.
165. Look at that. You got a little bit of man teeth going on there, don't you? A little tummy roll.
I did
That's
have a
because he
tummy.
that's because he had little muscle is what the problem is. And over here, he has a lot of muscle. So ladies, push hard in the gym. And that's why I look so different at my weight as well. Okay.
Okay, ladies. We getting the picture? You can do it. Nobody's stopping you but you. You got to get your mind right. You got to know what you want. And you don't let anything stop you. And I mean nothing. If you want it bad enough, you will get there. All right. I'm out of here. Remember about the sodas. I know some of you are drinking them. You're a closet soda drinker. All right, ladies. Have a good evening. Talk to you later. Bye.